What's going on, silver tubers? It's Mr. Z coming to you from the silver pouring bench. Get a sip of tea here. It's Saturday the 15th. I would like to thank you all for stopping by for a visit. I'm going to real quickly go over some pickups I've had over the last, I don't know, week, 2 weeks. Everything but the gold. Not showing the gold. Because the gold is secret. So, in my coin roll hunting, I found another 1970 S silver $50, 40% silver. Last year they made them. And I found a Walker, 1939. Believe didn't put my glasses on. Should have. What else have I found? Oh yeah, I found the last box. I found a 40% Kennedy, 67. And a Frankie. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. I love these. This is probably my favorite $50, the Franklin, because I almost see it as a high relief. So, pick those up in a sense. I paid 50 cents a piece for them. And a few that aren't silver that I held on to just because they were, I thought they were really, really nice. There's a Centennial Proof, but looking at the rim, you can tell it's not not silver. I have one in silver, but not that one. I held on to this one, an 85 S, and it is a proof, but once again, not silver. And then I held on to these two because they were the first that I'd seen, 2018 $50. They're not silver, and they're not in spectacular condition, but I like to find these in boxes because that means it's a box that has some newer dumps in it, which is always pleasing because that likens the chance that there's silver in that box as well. Pick this up. It's a 1959D, and I'm not going to be able to capture this, I don't think, on camera. I'll try to zoom in. But I found it came in the shop, and I picked it up because I don't know if you can see it or not, but right where it says E Pluribus, there is a raised line that goes all the way across it. It became apparent to me that I was holding a die crack, and so I picked it up, and I'm gonna just stick that in the folder or in the book of coins. I picked up a 5 Reichsmark. I have multiples of these, but every time I get a chance, I pick one up. I'm a big fan of the design. I'm picking up a few different mints that these come from. Bouncing around. Another 90% 5 Reichsmark. This one's from 1935, and that's the Potsdam Garrison one. I pick these up every chance I get. I love the fields on this. They're just plain. Very beautiful coin. And another 5 mark. This is a 1956. So this isn't 90% silver. It's 62.5% silver. But I love the eagle, and I really dig the reverse. So, and this is from the Stuttgart Mint. And let's see what else we got here. I picked up one generic round, but it's an older round from Monex. This is probably going to go in my collection of older rounds just because of the date. And so I have a little collection going of generic vintage rounds. And the fields on this are very proof. And it was in really good shape. Some of these came in, and so I picked this one up. And last, I picked up a 1953 90% quarter Balboa. And surprisingly amazing condition. And so a lot of these that I see are worn down, and this is also 90% silver. And so this one was not worn down at all. It didn't even look circulated. So, and then I picked up a couple of Cap and Ray un pesos. Anything with edge lettering I'm a sucker for. So there's a 1933, and this one is a 1944. Hey, even numbers, 33 and 44. Picked up these two because I love them. What I love the best about Mexican silver is they put the purity right on it. 0.720% silver. Love it. And then I picked up a larger Hidalgo. This is a 5 peso. And once again, 72% silver, and there he is. Hidalgo, which I just watched the movie the other day. No relation to this Hidalgo, but good movie nonetheless. And let's see what else is... I just kind of was going to go over what's on the bench. I got this trio here I finished up last night. I have a skull mold, and I poured a trio of skulls. I have a copper skull, I have a sterling skull, and then I have a pure silver skull. So I thought that would make a neat little trio. See if I can zoom in and get the details. Yeah, all in the same mold. And it's amazing how the different metals act just a little bit different when you pour into the same mold. But I got the skull trio there. They're just hanging out on the bench. And then I've still got this paperweight. It's 90% made from constitutional silver. Paperweight. It's a chunk, I tell you what. It holds paper down on you can hear that. It holds the paper down on my desk. So, and then I'll show off the pours that we saw today. I poured 2 of the classic buttons. Someone requested or made a comment that they like the buttons. These are the original buttons that got their name buttons, not from the shape, but from the fact that on the bottom side they had a button. And those of you who've been around for more than a minute will recognize these because there was one that traveled all over the world in a traveling giveaway. And so these are poured in the same mold as that original traveling button. And I believe they came out to 2 ounces or so, maybe a little heavier each. And so I poured those 2. And then for bars, got these 2 here. And they're going to get the hammered finish. This is in between stage. They've been poured, they've been cleaned, they've been stamped, and now they're ready for the laborious hammer finishing. And so got those 2, and they're 3 ounces each. Poured this one. This is a 2 ouncer, and that one's going to get the hammered finish. And this one had a really interesting, I don't know if when I machined the mold I machined it unevenly or whatnot, but it has almost die, we'll call it a die crack all the way around. So, but bloop, there it is. And lastly, the one with the best texture on it, that one came out quite radical. I don't think I'm going to do the hammered finish on this. I think I'm going to leave it just the way it is, because it's got enough character in and of itself that I think it would be almost criminal to hammer finish that one. So anyway, I just wanted to share what I was up to on a Saturday. I've been watching some videos since about 6 o'clock this morning, 6:30 this morning. It's good to see Lainey, RB50. It's good to see her posting videos. Silver Diva, I just watched one of her videos. Silver Wolverine, Silverback Stacker. I watched Salivate Metal. I watched your video. So I appreciate it all, one and all you silver tubers out there going after the precious metals. In the meantime, cheers, it's Mr. Zeke coming to you from the Silver Pouring Bench.